filming this video for what feels like the millionth time, and really I just want to share my why. Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. Today I'm excited to share a more personal side of what I do, and that is why I do it. I think I've shared in posts and blog posts, but I've never kind of shared it as a whole with you. So I'm really excited to finally uncover why I do what I do. So in order to get to where I am today, I'm going to go back to the beginning and only of my bullet journal experience, not my life, so don't worry. But basically, I started bullet journaling, and super basic, write a Carol method, get stuff on a page, get it done. We were moving from Canada to the US temporarily for my husband's work, and it was a huge undertaking. You'd be surprised at how much you need to know moving from Canada to the US. And so I just needed a place to keep that all together and keep my mind straight. And that's when I turned to bullet journaling. And I also want to add that this was after a couple of years of my sister nagging me to try it. So huge props to her. And so I started bullet journaling and note-taking and keeping tasks. And once we got to the US and got a bit more settled, I thought, now what? I didn't have a work visa. I didn't qualify for a work visa. So what was I going to do? So I'm sure, like most of you, I opened up Pinterest, and the bullet journals I saw were incredible. And I decided I want to do that. And I was like, I realized I needed to pick a place to start. And that place for me was modern calligraphy. From modern calligraphy, I learned through The Happy Ever Crafter. I then went on to do lettering, which I learned from Maida Leone. I followed at Quirky Heart, who is Michelle Baxter, for my creative journaling. And it just kind of grew from there. I had a baby, and I decided the kind of bullet journaling I did, it was too much. And I cut back from bullet journaling. I actually used a different planner, just like cheap planner from Michaels. And then we moved back to Canada, and I decided to start bullet journaling again, the way I bullet journal, which is creative bullet journaling. And the last 2 years since I started back up again has been so much fun, and I've learned so much about myself, and that's part of the reason why I do it. So why creative journaling? Well, for me, it became an outlet. It became a place where I could take the chaos that was in my head and express it on a page. And that expression came in the form of doodling, trying different products, playing with different techniques, getting back into stamping. I actually, fun fact, was never a good stamper. I only recently, with lots of practice and diligence, got better at stamping. And so it's been a lot of fun, and it's been a mechanism for me to control. And especially with the pandemic and being locked down, it became about control. And it was one of the only things I could control. So I did. Like, I could control where that line went. I could control where that sticker went. And so that's what I did. I buried myself in creative journaling as a coping mechanism for dealing with things that I can't control. It also brings me a sense of peace and calm. I know people do yoga, people do meditation. I can't do any of that. I don't want to do any of that. I feel like my mind is constantly racing, and like I mentioned, the chaos in my mind. And when I sit down to journal, it's just calming, and that's where I get my Zen-like state from, not from yoga or meditation, but rather just from decorating a page. And yes, it can be intimidating and overwhelming, but sometimes it's just fun to see where it takes you and see what you're capable of and what it looks like. And if you don't like it, you just turn the page and you keep going. Another reason why I enjoy creative journaling is, as a wife and a mom, I don't always get things that are mine. It's constant. You constantly feel like you're doing something for someone else, but my journaling and creative journaling allows me the chance to do something that's just for me. And yes, I share it with you, and I love sharing with you, but at the end of the day, it's for me, and nobody tells me it's wrong. Nobody tells me what to do. Nobody tells me what it's supposed to look like. There's nobody controlling it, and that's other than myself, obviously. And it's just so freeing to have that space to just let go and not have to be accountable to anybody other than yourself. I also want to comment more on messing up. I am a perfectionist, I always have been, to the point where it's actually held me back from a lot of opportunities, but creative journaling has helped me let go of that. Like, never in my life did I ever think I'd be in this situation where I get to be creative and I have all of you along with me, and putting myself out there like this, it's just mind-blowing to me that I've gotten to this point. And it's the creative journaling that's inspired the confidence to allow me to do this and go down this path and share this with you. And that to me is priceless, because I never thought this would ever be something I'd do. So I have a bit of an anecdote for the next bullet point. I was working as an office administrator, and I was starting to transition into accounting. And I remember one of the women I was working with was questioning why I was doing what I was doing. And she said she doesn't understand how somebody can be passionate about accounting. And at the time I was like, this was a gut punch. I was like, whoa, it's not really something that inspires passion. Since then, I do appreciate accounting, so I just want to put that caveat in there. But creative journaling has allowed me to return to my childhood passions, which was lettering and drawing. Oh, I wanted to draw. I wish all through my childhood, I wished I could draw. I wished I was an artist. And now I get to call myself that, and it's weird and wonderful. And I just feel so lucky that I get to do this, that I found this path for myself. And again, I'm able to share that with you. And I hope that this video inspires you and helps you find your own passion, or carve out your own space, whether it is bullet journaling or art journaling or whatever you need. I hope that this video can help you kind of put yourself out there or come out of your comfort zone and just try something new. So I hope you found this interesting, gave you a little bit more insight into my mind. But I do want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. The kind words. I don't always respond to comments. I'm working on that, but I do read them, and they help so much, and they mean so much to me. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you were passing by and you came across this video, feel free to check out my content, the rest of my content as well. But otherwise, yeah, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it a lot.